Infinite Warfare quickscoping. Let's go. What's up guys, it's DJ. So today I'm actually going to give you guys some tips as far as how to quickscope better in Infinite Warfare. Now these tips I'm about to give are just what we know off of the beta. Once we get the full game release and I have access to custom games and some other things, I'll be making a much more detailed version of this video. But the second week of the beta is coming up, and it'd be nice if you guys had some tips for going into the second week of beta, so that way you snipers out there can go ahead and destroy. Another reason this quickscoping video is only going to be during the beta is because I feel like Infinity Ward is going to change up the sniping in the full game release just because of the outlash of the community. The community is really torn in half basically when it comes to the sniping in this game. So once we get like a finalized version of how they're going to handle the sniping in this game, then I will make a really detailed quickscoping video that I think will blow you guys out of the water. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the tips. I'll definitely give my opinions on sniping in another video, but for this video I really just want to focus on the tips. So let's go ahead and get into it. Our first tip is basically going to be the rechamber time. The rechamber time is going to affect your sniping in this game, and it's something that I feel like definitely needs to be buffed. So in this game, when you rechamber, it's really slow. And if you don't know what a rechamber is after you take a shot with the longbow or the Widowmaker. It's when you have to rechamber your next bullet in. So you see it's that little animation where you have to bring that, like the rechamber thing back. I don't know what you call it. I don't know guns anatomy. I apologize. But it is really slow. What that means for snipers in this game is that you can't get multiple kills really quickly. So what you gotta do, and what you notice me doing in this gameplay, is I'm using cover and I'm using my positioning to my advantage, so that way once I get a shot off and I need to rechamber, I'm in a safe place where I know I won't get shot at. So you'll see I'll take a shot, I'll go behind a wall, rechamber, pop back out, take another shot, and that's what you need to do in this game unless they do decide to buff it. The next thing is you'll notice that I take out my secondary a lot in this gameplay. If you do get caught out in those situations where you take that shot, you have a second enemy, and you don't have time to rechamber, it's almost a good idea to take out your secondary and use that instead. Now I know that isn't really a quick scoping tip, it's more of a gameplay tip just so that way you have a better score and you stay alive longer, but it's something that I felt I needed to put out there. So something else you might notice in this game is that the aim down sight sensitivity for snipers is a lot slower than Black Ops 3. And it took me some time to adjust and get used to that speed, but I also did find something that'll help out with that. So normally, let's say in Black Ops 3, especially without aim assist, the snipers in this game do have aim assist by the way, you could move your reticle extremely quickly and it made it easier to drag scope enemies if your aim was off target. But in this game, that's like less, you know, that it's a lot less, it's a lot slower. You have to be on target for the most part with your initial centering to hit the shot. But I found a way to counter this a little bit, so that way you don't have to bump up your sensitivity to like 20 and you can remain a little bit more accurate. So what I found to counter this was actually the variable zoom sight. So it actually doesn't change your scope at all. It just gives you 3 ranges of zoom that you can use. So when you're at that lower zoom, you basically have a broader range of motion where you can drag scope because you're zoomed out a little further. And I found this to help a lot as far as my drag scoping goes. So that's what I would suggest. And also it'll help if you hard scope. If you have an enemy that is really far away and you need to zoom in, it's a nice little benefit that you have. So that would be my next tip. Give the variable zoom scope a try if you're finding that you're having issues drag scoping in this game. So those were a couple things that I think will help you guys out as far as sniping in this game. Another thing I do want to mention, it's a new game and the sniping mechanics are new. If you guys are having issues with this game, which, you know, it is a little easier this year around, but I can understand if people are having issues adjusting to the sensitivity, adjusting to the new, the way it scopes in. It's all new. All I can say is give it time and you'll adjust. The first game I tried quickscoping, you know, there were some shots that I definitely would have hit if there wasn't aim assist, because I got used to having no aim assist in Black Ops 3. But all I can say to that is I eventually adjusted, and you will too. So if you're having issues, just give it time. You'll adjust a lot quicker than you think, because aim assist truly does help in the end. one last thing real quick. I want to show you guys that kill cams are never an accurate representation of what actually happened. In this kill cam, it looks like it didn't hit the guy, but I went back in the footage and I did frame by frame what actually happened. So this is where I actually shot him, and I froze the frame where I did take the shot, and this is what the kill cam showed. Boom. So never use the kill cam as a representation of what actually happened, guys. And if anybody ever says, oh, my shot in the kill cam, you know, your shot didn't hit, hacks, show them this video, okay? But hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know it was a little bit of a shorter video. I plan on making a much more detailed one on release. Until next time, guys, have a good one.